Hello everyone and welcome back to our European Journeyman series with Napoli, the team that we joined a couple of episodes ago, halfway through the season. It was actually the January transfer window when we joined them, and it's been a roller coaster start since then. The team actually not doing that badly throughout the season, a lot of draws really costing the former manager his job, and since we've come in we were beaten 6-1 by Juventus in our opening game, the biggest defeat I think I've ever suffered on this channel, with Cesena, I think, or Cesena, the next team up. We beat them on penalties, a 24 penalty shootout, I think, before losing 3-1 to Navarra, a really poor performance in the league there, and then somehow scraping a 1-0 victory with 9 men against Lazio at home. So it really has been a million-mile-an-hour start to life in Italy, and it's not going to get any easier today because we've got Roma in the Italian Cup quarter-final before taking on Inter Milan away from home in Serie A. Then we've got Udinese at home, which is going to be just as tough, before hopefully getting a bit of respite against Vitesse away from home in the Europa League first knockout round. So still lots more action to come today. Now the January transfer has closed. There is a bit of news to tell you about. If we have a quick look at the transfer screen, you'll see the club spent £84 million so far this season. The ones that I'm responsible for was Alex Murray coming in from Benfica for nearly £40 million, £25 million on Anthony Pires, who's a great youngster from Stade Rennais. We also signed Tidjani Vaz from Benfica on loan, and since last episode I've also brought in Marco Asensio, who's 27 years old. We got him for an absolute steal from Real Madrid, £4.2 million, and he looks like he's going to be a huge help for us. Best central midfielder we've got in the entire club, and he was really just such a great steal. And we've also brought in Douglas Costa for £500,000. He is just another versatility option on the wings while we're short of players. He will be a good addition to the team and will hopefully get plenty of playing time. But for the first game, both of the new players are going to make their debut. We're going to have Douglas Costa starting on the right and Asensio in midfield. Pires, one of our other signings, is on the left flank. Murray obviously in goal as well. Rog partners Asensio with Selegas behind them. Svensson, Musacchio, Bastos and Florenzi the back four, with Quesada making his first start for me up front after our striker got an injury. Morgenstern is out for 2 or 3 weeks. Hopefully this episode will start to get some of our Africa Cup of Nations players back, because we're really short on squad depth. The signings have helped. When I came in there were only 4 substitutes, so we've expanded the squad a little, but there's still work to do, and if we get those players back we will start to look like a stronger outfit. In this match against Roma, I'm not expecting an awful lot. I think we'll probably go out of the cup at this point, but if we can get through to the semi-finals, we really could put ourselves in with a chance of winning silverware straight away at this club. Lekesovic throws the ball in to Quadio. It is picked up by Murray. Quite easy stop for him to make. A few options ahead of him. He instead sends the ball long. It's dropped for Asensio on his debut. He sends it out to Douglas Costa. Then the ball's set up well for Florenzi, who puts the cross in, and Quesada at the near post has stolen us a lead just 90 seconds into the match. So 2 debutants involved in the build-up to that, and the signings we've made so far are looking pretty decent. Marchesa sends the ball forward. It is cut out, but here's Strootman. Back to Marchesa. Goldeniga. Now Gerson tries to put the ball forward, but it's well cut out by Bastos. Forward to Rog. He skips past one player and another one, finds Quesada, and it's nearly 2-0. The ball just being tipped wide there by Petrangare. Corner taken by Douglas Costa. Strootman gets it away. Lekesovic into Gerson. Now Strootman. Ball forward to Pinamonti. El Shaarawy still at Roma. Ball sent out wide but well cut out by Svensson. It's come and been cleared by Bastos brilliantly. And Quesada is being held up there by Goldeniga. He could get in serious trouble if the referee thinks he's the last man. It's just a yellow card. He does get away with that one. But we have a free kick in a dangerous position. Ball taken short by Douglas Costa. Here's Pires. Quesada into Rog. And we've made it 2-0. We've scored right at the beginning and right at the end of the first half to give ourselves a great chance of going through. Free kick by Douglas Costa. Here's Selegas to Pires into Rog, and Rog has made it 3-0. We are tearing Roma apart now, and this is starting to look like a real Napoli side. Corner taken by Asensio towards the middle. It is headed away. Douglas Costa should get to that first. He then plays it into Svensson. Quesada tries to backheel it, but it's cleared away, and we've allowed Pinamonti to have a free run at goal. He's in on one-on-one, but Murray with an excellent stop, and he is going to save us so many points this season. Ontiveros finds Melagoni, who people might remember from the Newcastle series. Here's Lekesovic. Ball on to Ogzwan. Now Pinamonti, saved by Murray again, who wants to keep that clean sheet. Well, there's just 30 seconds left of a remarkable performance by our team. Rog, the star player, getting 2 goals in this one, but we've torn Roma apart to put ourselves into the semi-final of the Italian Cup. It would be absolutely incredible if we were able to win silverware in our first season in Italy. Just a few seconds left here. We should get the clean sheet. There's an offside, and it will be the full-time whistle right about now. There it is, 3-0, an excellent victory that I really wasn't expected. I thought we would genuinely lose this game, but we've managed to go through, and Juventus are the big team still left in the competition, but there is no reason why we can't go all the way if we put in a great performance if we do come against Juventus. But they're going to take on Fiorentina or Palermo. We're taking on Torino, who are currently 8th in Serie A, so I think we should be able to beat them and put ourselves into a cup final. Well, we're going to need an equally impressive performance against Inter Milan that we had against Roma if we're going to get 3 points today. It's going to be a very tough match away from home. Inter Milan currently sitting in 4th place in the league. They are 9 points ahead of us, so we absolutely have to win this game if we're going to try and qualify for Europe, especially the Champions League. The team is a little bit tired after that game against Roma in midweek, but we are still playing with a lot of the same players. So Gabbiadini is playing up front with Douglas Costa and Pires on the wings. Rog and Asensio are still together in midfield, with Diawara coming into the defensive midfield role. Mas comes in at left back alongside Musacchio, Bastos and Florenzi. Murray continuing in goal. Maz with the throw in early in this game. It is taken off him though from that throw, but Musacchio will pick up the ball in his own half. Diawara onto Asensio. Now Rog, star player in our game against Roma. Gabbiadini to Douglas Costa. Skips the tackle. Finds Pires, who slots the ball in. And for the second game in a row, we scored in the opening 90 seconds. And that is a huge goal from Pires. His first for the club. Pascual puts the ball into Everton. It is put in again, and Thiago there has had a lot of fortune. The ball deflected to him, and I think it deflected off his shot as well. Fernandez has got the goal. That's who the deflection came off, but Inter Milan have luckily pulled themselves back into this. Corner by Thiago into the middle. It comes down to Lemos. It's just blocked by our defenders. Thiago back across. Everton Ribeiro gives the ball away. Van Beek can bring it in, and Bastos should get it clear. Florenzi on the ball. Inter Milan have really started to come back into a match that we were dominating up until 10 minutes ago. Rog has given the ball away, and now Everton loses possession to Diawara. Murray sends it long, easily plucked out of the sky by Perez. Here's Douglas Costa. Gives it away. Asensio through to Douglas Costa again. He finds Rog. Ball onto Perez. In on goal, but saved by Ederson. Pascual puts the ball in. Musacchio heads it away, but Kondogbia are allowed to take that on his own. Here's the ball on the right flank for Inter Milan. Perez tries to get the tackle in, but it's with Kondogbia. Everton back to Van Beek. Some very good players in this Inter Milan team. Here's Kondogbia. Tackled by Diawara. No foul given. Asensio with a pull ball forward. Van Beek with it. Here's Elizondo. On to Sergej. Everton played in behind. He's got a man with him, but he's gone for goal and Murray stops it. Ederson sends the ball out nearly at the hour mark. Van Beek onto Lacazette. He tries to cut in from the left. Kondogbia tries to switch flank, but it is cut out by Maz, who has the ball back. He finds Rog. Now Pires. Can't get that ball through to Quesada. Here's Everton charging in from the right flank. He's got a run at goal, but it's tipped wide by Murray. Just 15 minutes left in this game as Murray sends the ball out. It's back with him now. We have had more shots today, but the same number of shots have been on target. Vargas tries to knock the header on. Here's Bastos. Forward to Florenzi. Vaz is free down the right wing and he has tried to look for him, but it's come straight to Van Beek, who's given the ball away, and Vaz is in on goal. He pulls it across and Quesada has made it 2-1 with 15 minutes left to play. It is definitely shut up shop time now, because if we get this win, it could be vital in the race for European football. There is a highlight straight away though. Inter Milan are going to come back at us. Here's Hartwig, loses it to Rog. Kondogbia on the ball, finds Lemos. Now Everton, switched flank, but Florenzi's robbed him. Here's Quesada, scored 2 crucial goals in 2 games. Here's Selegas to Rog. Ball just taken away by Sergej, and Everton's found a gap in behind. He can pull it back, and Vargas is blocked on the line by Misakio. We are 5 minutes away from a famous victory against Inter Milan. The ball with Florenzi. He finds Rog. There's plenty of players down the right flank. Quesada's trying to run into the centre, create a bit more room. Rog with the ball. Excellent crossfield pass was on, but he wasn't able to pick it, and Lacazette just lumps it forward. Bastos wins the header. Master Rog. Now Pires, what can he create? Cutting in from that right flank. He's lost possession. You cannot be losing possession that cheaply. Lacazette down the right. 3 in the middle to aim at. How has that happened? And Everton has just tucked the ball in for an easy finish. Well, we've gone overload. Florenzi with the corner. It is cleared away to Selegas. He's still got Florenzi on the right. Diawara just tried to pick him out and has found him. Florenzi puts it in, and there's a tackle in there from Van Beek. No penalty given. Ball sent forward by Inter Milan. We are on overload. We're at risk of the counter-attack. Lacazette is in, and he's slotted it in as well. We've been turned over in the last 5 minutes here. We were 2-1 up, and now we're 3-2 down. Well, there's just 2 minutes of added time for us to try and get back this in this, and Vaz has done it. He's just scored an absolute fluke of a goal. Where did that come from? There was no time on that highlight whatsoever. Vaz just turned and shot, and he's made it 3-3. And we are going to get a vital point from this when it looked like we were certainly going to lose. Pires just charging down the left here. Is there another goal in it for us? He puts it in, but this time Ederson does take it safely. Just a few seconds left in this game. It's not the result we wanted. I really thought we deserved the win today. Oh, that pass should have been allowed to go on, but that is 3-3. Really unfortunate by the team. I'm going to tell them they were unlucky because we did do quite well today. But I was hoping we would get the win, and it just didn't come through for us. 3-3, not the result we really need, because Fiorentina can now move, I think, 10 points clear of us with a win, 11 points clear of us if they win, and the Champions League places really will start to fall out of sight soon. This is the start of several must-win games for us in Serie A. We really need to start climbing the table soon. Unfortunately for us, the Africa Cup of Nations is winding down, which means our squad is getting more and more full. And for the first time, I think we can actually put out all of our substitutes. We're still waiting for Odje and Kubai to come back from the international tournament, but hopefully when they do, we'll be in a good shape to kick on. The team has had a week's rest, so they're all looking fresh ahead of the game with Udinese. Gabbiadini is going to lead the line with Pires and Douglas Costa on the wings. Rog and Asensio are in the middle with Diawara backing them up. Traore comes in at left back with Musacchio and Bastos in the middle. Florenzi at right back and Murray in goal. Corner taken by Douglas Costa, sent towards Musacchio. It's come to Pires, and he had an open goal to slot that ball into. The keeper wasn't able to claim it, and Anthony Pires gets his second goal for the club. Corner being taken by Florenzi, sent to the back stick for Asensio. It comes down to Rog. He tries to push it out wide. There wasn't even a player there, but Asensio does the chasing. Ball cut out by Toure. Now Michel gives it away to Diawara. Rog over the top for Costa. He's got people in the middle, but it's cleared away again. Here's Asensio to Rog. Can try again, and instead he's gone for the shot and scored an absolutely excellent goal to make it 2-0. Roland inside to Balic. Now Toure. Udinese trying to get back into this game. Inside to Ryder Matos. Now Balic finds Valencic. Roland in on goal. Well stopped by Murray. Corner by Balic. And it's in at the near post. I think it was Ryder Matos arriving at that near post with a header. It's rare you see a goal directly from a corner like that with just one header, but it's happened to us and we are now 2-1 up with a risk of throwing away points. Florenzi puts our corner in and Asensio's done it. I said it was rare for that to happen, and then Asensio gets his first goal for the club in exactly the same fashion. Well, the full-time whistle is a few seconds away and another excellent performance from the team. It's been a very good episode so far, and that is 3 crucial points on the board for us in the league after a couple of slip-ups already since I've been in charge. But that win takes us, at least for now, up to 8th place in the league, and we close the gap on Inter Milan in 3rd place, down to 7 points. Well, we've now got an increasingly important competition in the UEFA Europa League, because this is a direct route into the Champions League if we manage to win it. Now, there's still a lot of teams left. We're in the final 32. The big teams left in here just scouting through it. Dortmund and Bayern, the clear ones jumping out. Milan will be a tough opponent as well. Manchester United is still in here, as are Atletico Madrid. So it's going to be a very, very tough competition. I sort of regret knocking Bayern out of the Champions League now with Monaco, because they could well stop us from progressing in this competition. But we're going to go as far as we can and hopefully get some good results go our way, and put ourselves in with a chance of another piece of silverware in this competition. A few players will not be available to me here. Emmanuel Mas not available, Douglas Costa ineligible, Anthony Perez crucially ineligible for this, and Selegas also unregistered, as is Amici, who's out on loan anyway. But it means that it's a slightly changed team. We are going to play Bernard and Gabbiadini on the wings, with Quesada leading the line. Rog and Asensio are still in midfield with Diawara. Traore, Musacchio, Koundé and Florenzi the back four. Kubai coming back from fatigue after the Africa Cup of Nations. As soon as he's fit, he will be straight back into the team. And Murray is in goal. Rog on the ball, slits it through to Quesada. Now Florenzi, 2-4 arriving in the box there, and Rog has hit the woodwork, but Quesada following up gets another goal, and he is clearly establishing himself as our number 1 striker. Beck with the free kick for Vitesse. It's cleared out by Florenzi. Nobody up the pitch for us at the moment. We have been dominating though, and Quesada's picked up that ball. He has lost possession now. Klein Holt onto Lienhardt. Pestos. Ball forward, cut out by Koundé, and Quesada's picked it up. He looks for Bernard, who brings down the ball. He is a dangerous player in this position. He goes for goal, but it's saved by Aprea. Florenzi's corner, taken by the keeper. Just 10 seconds left in this game. It's been a very quiet game. We've had quite a lot of chances, but not really taken them. But a 1-0 win away from home is never to be sniffed at when the away goal rules apply. And it sets us up very well to go and get a good performance at home and put ourselves into the last 16 of the Europa League. Other big results in there, nothing too unexpected. Atletico Madrid getting the win. Bayern also beating AZ Alkmaar 1-0. Man United drawing with Ajax is an interesting one, but they are playing at Old Trafford second. So all of the big teams should go through, except Dortmund, who were beaten 4-1 by Lille. That is going to be a huge ask to overturn. But that is going to be it for this episode. We're on a good run of form now. 4 wins and a draw in 5 games that included games against Lazio, Roma and Inter Milan is not a bad run of form at all. And hopefully we can pick up 4 more in our next 4 games, where we take on Chievo, Vitesse again in the second leg, Sassuolo and Torino. So I'm hoping we should get 4 more wins there and really set ourselves up. But it is Serie A where we really need the wins. We need to climb up the table as quickly as possible. We are currently in 9th place, just a couple of points off 7th though, and closing in on that 5th place, which is where we really want to finish, with 6 points off that, which is a lot better than where it could have been. At one point we could have been 11 points off it. So we do have a good chance of really closing that gap down. I think the Champions League might be an ask too far, 8 points off Palermo, but I suppose it's not that much. 8 points can change a lot when you've still got 15 games to play. So we'll do the best we can. Hopefully we can finish in the top 3, but otherwise the top 5 is still the goal. Cup competitions, I want to try and get a bit of silverware this season, and the TIM Cup looks like the main avenue for us to do that. So a lot to look forward to. If you have enjoyed this episode and the 4 wins that we've had in the last 5 matches, do drop a like on the video. Make sure to subscribe as well if you want to see how our Napoli career gets on. But until next time, see ya!